नमस्कार, मनी 9 पर आप देख रहे हैं आज का सौदा। मैं हूं साक्षी बत्रा। इस खास शो में हम आपको बताते हैं कि बाजार की कैसे हुई है शुरुआत और आज का ट्रेड कैसे रहने वाला है। साथ ही आपको मदद करेंगे हमारे एक्सपर्ट, जो कि आपको बताएंगे कि आज के लिए इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए सबसे बेहतरीन रणनीति क्या होनी चाहिए। हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं मेहुल कोठारी फ्रॉम आनंद राठी। मिस्टर कोठारी, गुड मॉर्निंग एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन। सबसे पहले आपका अभी मार्केट आउटलुक क्या है, किस तरीके से आप मार्केट्स को अप्रोच कर रहे हैं? जब हमने लगातार अपवर्ड मूवमेंट देखा था तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि दोबारा से एक बार मार्केट्स अपवर्ड जर्नी पर शुरू हो चुके हैं, लेकिन शुरुआती ट्रेड में ही आज हमने एक सडन वॉलेटिलिटी मूव भी देख लिया है। एकाएक हमने देखा कि बेंचमार्क इंडिसेस सेंसेक्स और निफ्टी जूम करके आधे प्रतिशत तक के ऊपर ट्रेड कर रहे थे, लेकिन बहुत ही जल्दी वो गेन्स भी सेल इनटू हो गए हैं और फ्लैटिश टू नेगेटिव बायस के साथ अभी बेंचमार्क इंडिसेस काम कर रहे हैं। तो आपका क्या नजरिया अभी मार्केट्स पर?
Good morning, Sakshi. First of all, when we met last Thursday, there were two things which we discussed. First, 15050, 15,100 could be a very strong resistance for the market. वहाँ पर Nifty made a high of 15044, I guess. And then at the end of the session, we discussed that there is a possibility that 400, 500 points dip could be there. So 500 point exactly there was a dip in the market until yesterday's low. Now we have recovered 200 points from there, and today the session is a bit volatile. So what is happening over here is market is not finding its direction, but at the same time it is trying to sustain the lower supports. It's not breaking those supports. We have been constantly saying that unless and until 14,300 on the downside is not taken out on a closing basis, we are buy on dips. So we maintain our stance. See, it is possible that we can break it due to any of the sudden triggers in the market, but as of now, it doesn't seem like. And unless and until 14,000 closing basis पे नहीं जाता, one should buy on dips, and this is the only our view in the market. And traders की बात for on the front of levels अगर बात करें तो currently the supports are at 14,500, above 14,300, which was somewhere near to yesterday's low. So 14,500 could act as a support, and once we are again above 14,800 or 900 levels, then we could see again a fresh upside in the markets.
Sure. And what is your outlook on Nifty Bank as of now? Again, we are seeing that the PSU banks are leading the rally. Banks are again in the green. So how are you looking at these banking stocks?
Banking stocks, we are upbeat because as we discussed earlier, also there is a golden crossover kind of technical evidence on the weekly chart of Bank Nifty. So we expect Bank Nifty to go towards 38,000 to 40,000 levels in a longer run, of course, 2 to 3 months time frame. And on the downside, we are feeling that 30,000 could be a very strong base for Bank Nifty. So as of now, banking stocks are looking very, very good in the sense with regard to risk reward ratio, because majority of the private banks like HDFC, Kotak, if you see Axis, they have turned from the supports. So I feel banking could outperform. And if you talk about PSU Bank, so PSU Bank as a sector we are liking. We feel that stocks like Canara, Bank of Baroda, SBI could possibly run higher by 20 to 25% in the coming couple of months from here on.
Sure, absolutely. Also wanted to take your outlook on the metal space as well. On the metal stocks, we have seen a sharp rally already. Now there is a kind of a division in the sphere, in the market sphere, where some people are saying that perhaps it has already run its course and now will be a time of good profit booking that one can look at. On the other hand, again, there are people who are saying that the steel prices, metal prices are still on the rise and they will keep the momentum upbeat. What is your take?
Actually, we went terribly wrong with regards to metals, because since last couple of months or maybe 2 to 3 months, we had a view that metals are trading near a strong resistance and one should avoid that, and we missed a rally of almost 10% in the metal index, to be very frank. But currently, if you ask me what is your view on metals, then I feel, see, there is a clear-cut breakout. Earlier, we were a bit hesitant because it was trading near the resistance. Now it is a clear-cut breakout on a larger degree chart. So I feel obviously correction could be there, but that will be a healthy one, maybe 7-8% on stocks like Tata Steel, Jindal Steel, JSW Steel. But it's a buy on dips now. It's a buy on dips for at least 6 to 9 months from here on.
Okay, let's quickly move on to your stock recommendations now. Which are the sectors that you're looking at from where investors can really pick out these select stocks and trade and invest in them for a positional trading or intraday trading as well? And how would you recommend them to do?
Well, intraday, it's very difficult nowadays because the
Yeah.
volatility is such high. VIX is trading near 20. So intraday is out of the question. But positionally, we are liking banking sector, PSU banks, and auto itself because these three sectors have been an underperformer. So our first stock is from auto pack itself, that is Escorts. Already it has rallied a percent or so in today's session, but one can buy the stock near 1120. Our stop loss would be 1070, and on the upside, we feel that 1200 could be easily achievable. Already 20-30 points it's in the money right now from our
Yeah.
recommendation price, so one should wait for a better risk reward ratio.
Okay, one can wait for a better risk reward ratio, but otherwise, Escorts is on the positive side. 1200 is the kind of target that one can look at. Which are the other two stocks that you've picked out for our viewers?
One is just a trading bet, that is GMR Infra. Nothing, I don't think so. Any sort of position a larger bet as per the sector you say, but the stock has corrected a lot and it is now trading near a strong support of Ichimoku indicator. So we feel that risk reward is very good. One can buy the stock with a stop loss of 22 and upside is 26 possible in this month itself. And our third stock is again from auto, that is Maruti. We feel that 6300 is a very strong support for this stock, and there are a couple of supports on lower degree and higher degree charts as well. And this has been an truly underperformer, and currently it's highly oversold. So one can buy the stock with a stop loss of 6300, and upside possible is towards 7200.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kothari, for joining in and sharing your views on the markets, on the different sectors that we've spoken about, and the stock recommendations that you've shared with all our viewers. So, on the upside, most of the calls with the auto space really reigning in, primarily in the four-wheeler space, Maruti Suzuki, and the tractor major Escorts is on the top line. Also, GMR Infra for a trading bet. In case you're looking for any trading opportunities, then you can look at GMR Infra as per Mr. Kothari's suggestion. However, do speak to your financial advisor before placing your bets in any of the stocks that are spoken of by our experts on Money9. Let's move on to see how the markets are placed at the moment. We had seen that the benchmark indices had zoomed right in the opening tick, but sooner we had also seen most of them actually coming off those highs. And if you talk about the Sensex, the Nifty, they've now actually inched up into they've actually slipped up into the red. When you talk about the Nifty Bank, mid cap, and the small cap indices, they're also just trading with minor gains at the moment. Let's quickly move on to the sectoral views now and see how the markets are trading there. Now you can actually see that there are some downticks really being seen in sectors like FMCG, the IT sector, and the pharma sector. Subdued trade is happening. What's leading right now is clearly the PSU banking space with over 2% gains. Private banks and financial services are also gaining traction at this point in time. The auto stocks and the realty stocks are also holding up with almost a percent of gains in the early trade at the moment. The metals are also shining bright, holding their place even now, continuing their strong run that we have been witnessing for the past many days. Let's move on to see how the Nifty gainers and losers are placed at this point in time. Now you can clearly see that Hindalco, NGC, Coal India, Tata Motors, and Axis Bank, these are some of the stocks that are gaining in trade right now with over 1 to 3% upticks in this current moment. When you talk about the laggards, on the other hand, you'll clearly see some of the stocks really coming in from consumer discretionary space, the IT space, and Wipro is down by almost 0.8% from the IT space. When you talk about the FMCG space, Hindustan Unilever is again down by almost 0.8%. Now, Power Grid is also slipping into the red, with Titan also leading the losses at 1% downtick. Remember, it has been a downtick kind of a moment that we have been seeing in Titan, and volatile trade also in this particular stock for a bit of time as well. And that is likely to continue because there's still uncertainty as far as the lockdowns are concerned, and that is going to be impacting retail majors like Titan, who are the owners of jewelry and watches companies as well. Now, with that, we'll just wrap up this edition for you. But all in all, we are seeing that the volatility still persists on a day like today. How should you really trade this day? Where are the sectors and which are the stocks that you keep your focus on? And also, what should be your strategy as an investor? All of these updates will be given to you on money9.com by all our experts. So keep taking all those viewpoints from all our experts throughout the trading session as far as we go. And we'll keep you updated with all those information as well. Stay logged on to money9.com.